So I'm Vinay Asrani from Lusclusive Homes, and I welcome you all to the 8th channel partner meeting with Brigade today. As we all know, Brigade is one of the leading developers of India with 3 decades into the industry. They have a pan-India presence. They're into residential, commercial, retail, hospitality, and schools. Today, we have Mr. Rakesh Sharma, Senior GM Sales of Brigade, and we have Ivan Leo, GM Sales of Brigade. And Mr. Rakesh Sharma, we thank you for removing our time, precious time, and educating us on the projects of Brigade in Chennai. So over to you, Mr. Rakesh. You can start with your presentation. I also request all participants in this meeting to keep messaging, keep putting your contact details in a chat box. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Vinay, for that lovely introduction, and very good morning, one and all. And in fact, it is our privilege to be part of this group to present our product information today. So thank you for this opportunity. Let me quickly put up a PPT and I'll take you through on the overall product information.
Yeah, sure. Just Vinay, I think the chat is disabled. Just check once.
I'll just enable it. Just a second. Yes, it started.
So am I audible and presentation is visible to everyone?
Yes.
Okay, fine. So though I think Vinay did a complete touching on the brand introduction, just as part of the custom, very quick run through, and then I'll move into the product, which is a very key area. From a brand perspective, yes, we are 35 years old brand that we always believed on the core value of quality and customer centricity. We call it QC first. And that's where our concentration all along been, and our journey has been very strong in that sense. About 70 million square foot we have delivered with 250 plus building. So largely from a quality and customer centricity is where we have grown over a period of time. Plus, what is first? We look at fairness, innovation, responsible socially, and trust. These are certain elements of our own core value, which we imbibe, implement in our daily actions. And as a reflection of it, you can see a qualitative masterpiece building coming out from Brigade. So that's largely the brand DNA. Here is our presence. While we did consider to be one of the South India's topmost developer, we do have kind of increased our footprint to the northern part of country, where one of the projects we did in Ahmedabad was called GIFT City. And we are actively, kind of looking for opportunity to also move our pace. As long as the opportunity is lucrative, we would definitely shed out our image of being a South India, then probably we'll move into the other part of the city as well. So that's our presence on an overall basis. And what comes behind Brigade? See, from a consumer perspective, whenever you say Brigade, there is a lot of emotion about the quality assurance that we look at it. And it comes.
Just a moment.
Sure.
Hello?
Sure.
Sir, you can make it as a full screen mode, sir.
Oh, sure. I'll normally okay, it's not visible, right? Because sometimes it gets hang in the full slide mode. I will try now. Let me just.
Yeah, sir. Thank you.
Is it moving to full slide?
Not yet, sir.
Okay, that's what I think. Some
no problem. You can continue, Rakesh.
I'm sorry about the technical glitch. There's some problem.
Sure,
I'll just move on with the non-full slide mode. So broadly on customer emotions on the brand, we come from a fact that there is a zero defects, and we largely look at quality at Brigade as one distinguished feature, and that's our core mission. And more smiles per square foot is what we look at it. So largely it revolves on our core value. And when we say quality, generally there's a market space, everyone with a good intention of a product, and there's no inferior product somebody wants to offer. But how do we say? It's a very generic term, quality. So therefore, here is the point. How do we differentiate is we look at conquest as our method of qualitative aspect. And largely Singapore buildings are all gone through in these standards, where we have a complete structural peer review, which takes place. And beside that, every apartment, when we say that our quality has been assured with reference to our own benchmark, we also call third-party consultant to do one more vetting, which means there is always a possibility of, if there is an error of internal quality benchmark, it can come out. So there has been a lot of proof and checks and balances been set, and therefore every QS certified apartment means there is a thorough grilling of quality process that has gone through. And we this is how internally we kind of monitor and increase our benchmark on the quality. So from a overall market space, quickly, while I touched about the brand and aspect of it, how market currently is looking at it, and what are the reasons that people are moving from a sentiment of non-buying to the buying. Naturally, home loan is one of the driving factor today, one of the lowest interest rates. RBI have almost looked at from a very friendly perspective to keep the market conducive. So overall, real estate investment as a product itself is much safer, and I need not say all the veterans consultants that you people are familiar. Largely, though, initially the real estate as an asset portfolio was very preferred, and it has kind of lost its charm over a period of time. But what I see as uncertainty is looming all over the place. It's coming back to the normal course of action, and people are moving from stock and gold, even looking at long-term investment building. So that's broadly on the market space perspective. Now, there is also one aspect, like I said, SBI has reduced the interest rate. Largely, home loan interest also drives the end consumer. So from a hotspot of Chennai, where to buy and things, when we looked into the market space, naturally the west part of the Chennai is showing great amount of action. Also, South Chennai has been always preferred largely, where there is a capital value to the rental. You can see largely market is growing there in spite of COVID-1 and COVID-2 being prevalent. There are certain strategic micro pockets ever growing for sure. And that is what the positive side of this overall market space. So from a pandemic has induced housing demand, yes. While these are not generic market information, let's take example of Brigade. Q1 last year when the COVID hit, we went down by 80% of sales fell in the last Q1. Q2, Q3, Q4, unprecedented sales, which almost matched our Vibrant Times number. And there is no question of seeing this as a headlines or a general reference. It is very much happening in our own project. And I'm sure you are dealing with many other projects. They would have said there has been a huge increase in the demand. And pandemic largely has done that contradictorily to the notion people thought, Corona will kind of derail residential segment. It has certainly brought huge amount of demand. But one kind of caveat there is, if you look at the top 10 brand in India, their market share has gone up by over 40%. People are moving from a non-branded to the branded. So that is where the demand is moving towards. So, and also the fact is this pandemic has a lot of kind of hastened the process of digital buying. While that was always the eventuality, we all know, we are all moving from a personal selling to the digital selling, but COVID has actually hastened the process. And actively in Brigade, we are noticing that so many people are sitting different parts of the country doing transaction with us. So as long as you are digitally strong and you have enabled all the feature convenience aspect, people are okay in getting into video call to the unit finalization, everything end-to-end process is happening. And that's largely been the trend across India too. So moving quickly on the project aspect of it, while I touched on the brand and some aspect of the market space, here is the product. There are two products that we are offering in Chennai today. While most of you are aware, but there has been a lot of interesting update on the product information, and that is a very part of this presentation I want to cover and touch on. So moving from first part of the project, I would like to highlight that there's a West Chennai where we have Brigade Xanadu, one of our unprecedented offering to that micro market, which is 33-acre township. So what is Brigade Xanadu is a basically 33-acre themed township and largest low dense township that you can find in closer part of the city, in the core part of the city. because there are projects, generally they go for a higher FSI. Now here is one project which is not even achieved full FSI. Very few projects in India you could point out, because if allowable construction is 2,300 units, yet we consciously went 1840 homes. There has been a huge thought process behind. We have gone for a theme-based township with low-dense model. Therefore, we created unprecedented 10-acre green cover, and something people are resonating with. Every consumer walking into the site are able to relate with that. That's on the overall macro understanding of Xanadu. And location, I will not dwell deeper. Largely, I think we had the opportunity of meeting also few of you in our site once. And if all those who have tuned in, who are not familiar with the location, a quick run through. It comes west part of Chennai. After the Coimbatore junction, it's about 3.5-4 kilometer. And from a metro, it's about 3 kilometers, you'll reach the site. So there are three-way access. One is you take a Georgetown road, reach the site. Somebody coming from Porur can get in the bypass road and get into the Union Road and connect. If somebody lives other part of the Ambattur or Thirumangalam, they can take Bharati Salai and connect our site. So there is a three-way connectivity, which also helps improve to move the exit point of the traffic. So that's on the location perspective. Strategically, it's a very active location. Social infrastructure is well built, and if you know, the largely Mogappair as a residential locality has been driven by schools there, and top 10 schools you name it in Chennai, it's always there in the within the radius of 3 kilometers. Whether it's office space, to the hospital, to the mall, social infrastructure is absolutely readily well built, and people are thoroughly enjoying that aspect of social infrastructure there. And moving quickly into the master plan, while I touched about what township we are looking at it, we've gone for an international design. Ricardo Bofill, who has done the design for the project, is one of the very renowned architect in part of the Spain and Barcelona. He has done marvelous projects there, and some of the projects in Chicago as well, part of the US. And while he has given an international design test to this project, yet I feel it's very relevant to Chennai. When I say that functionally, Chennai, if you look at Chennai is a tropical climate. We all know hot, hotter, hottest, only 3 climate. So largely we needed to construct less concrete, more green cover. 2, we wanted a maximum air and light circulation to flow, uncluttered atmosphere. And we thought Spanish team was absolutely fulfilling all those prerequisites. And that's how this low dense, low rise, mid rise concept has been conceived. And this entire 33 acre, having 10 acre, on the right, you see the green patch. It's a 3 acre landscaped area, which is already pre-done. And there is also commercial arcade. There is a clubhouse of 30,000 square foot up and ready, already delivered. And we have done, this entire project will have 1840 homes. However, what we did is we took first piece of land called Aspiro, which is about 6 acre. And it's all done and sold, 264 homes. We have delivered and sold. There's no single unit that are available there. Moving into the phase 2, Bonito, which is what the whole action took place in the last 1.5 years. And I'm happy to tell you that Bonito, we've sold over 80% now. And there is no 3-bedroom that are available in Bonito. With 1 year COVID being prevalent, yet it has seen an organic demand, and there has been a genuine consumption of 3-bedroom to larger 2.5 BHKs happening there. So largely about 80% inventory is sold in Bonito, while we have still 20% inventory to offer. Bonito is in the piece of 10 acre land and 7 towers. It's a ground plus 7-story building. And that is where the major action is. We are also, since it's 80% done, lots of 3-bedroom demand coming. We have a Celeste as our final offering in Xanadu. And on the right, from Aspiro, right opposite to Aspiro, you could see Destino. It's our 1 BHK studio offering that we did about 1 month back. In fact, a lot of internal customers are consuming that space. Like phase 1, there are 264 families. They already bought 35 units well before even our offering, because it was pre-booking. So now we are kind of actively wanted to market. So that is also technically offered already. Now, what is new in Xanadu today is Celeste. It is again the prime-most piece of land in this 33 acre coming close to the Chanakya Road. And again, the concept of the product is same as a lower mid-rise 7-story building. But it has its own advantage, like closer to the club, closer to the mini mall that we are building there. And there's a tennis court. So this piece of Celeste will have its own advantage compared to Bonito and Aspiro. And we have not yet done any lodge. So therefore, this forum, we could probably look at it offering to all your known consumer and they can take huge advantage of pre-launch price. Something I'll touch on the last slide of it. So that's Celeste for you. So largely Xanadu is where the master plan has been designed in that sense of low dense township. Now, these are some actual shots while few of you have the possibility of seeing this site, but seeing is believing. One should walk in. The actual picture does not justify fully, but it has come out excellently well, and people are thoroughly enjoying the living atmosphere there. Moving into the amenities, not much time I want to spend because largely it's covered. One can, you name it, we have it. We have a comprehensive set of amenities, whether you call it indoor like a swimming pool to the gymnasium, to the banquet hall, everything is covered. Even outdoor amenities we largely covered, like a jogging track, walking track, and then we have cycling track there. And there is also a lot of gazebos for people to sit and relax. So we largely covered both external and internal amenities. So on a nutshell, I would say the USP is nothing but it's a only largest integrated enclave in core part of the city, which is again done by an international architect called Ricardo Bofill. And it's one of the project where 10-acre absolute green space you can thoroughly enjoy. And we all know how cost expensive the land is in that part of the region. One ground is costing about 1.7 crore, close to Chanakya roadside. And to have 10-acre green space is absolute, feast to the eyes. So that's largely the USP of the project. And these are actual shot of the club. For those who haven't visited club yet, this club is called Club Grande. And on the right, you can see the reception area of the club, and then bank multi-purpose court, that the badminton court and the gymnasium and the squash part of it. And what are the product variant that we have in Xanadu? We have largely one bedroom. Like I said, Destino is a one bedroom studio type. And then we have a 2-bedroom. And then we have a 2.5, though we call it 2.5 here, is largely smart 3 BHK because the third room is relatively qualified as a room. And people are really looking at that variant interestingly there. So 3-bedroom is also we are having as part of our standard offering. So overall 33 acre, about, each phases will have different number of blocks, and clubhouse about 30,000 square foot. So in terms of ticket size starting, 1-bedroom starts from about 46 lakh there, and about 83 lakh for a 2-bedroom, about smart 3 BHK, which we call it, is about 91 lakh, and then 3-bedroom starts from 1.25 crore, which is a smaller variant. The bigger variant goes up to 1.5 crore. So that's where the overall ticket size stands. And here is the final aspect, that Celeste, which I was referring to. So this is our final offering in Xanadu as a township, and it has 530 unit overall with a similar product variant that I've shown in the previous slide, like a 2-bedroom and smart 3-bedroom and 3-bedroom. But there has been a long wait for this project also, because I know during the course of sales process, a lot of consumers said, call me when the Celeste is launched, because they had little affinity towards the prime piece of land, which is closer to the other side of the Chanakya Road. So this has been under preference, and we are looking at a very attractive pre-launch model pricing there. So again, is a differential pricing for a 2-bed and 3-bed. 2-bed starts from 85 lakh onwards, and then if you look at any because if you look at Bonito, largely it is already crossed about 87 to 89 lakhs. So Celeste is at 7,140 for a per square foot rate, and if it's a 3-bedroom, 7,540. So these are initial offering for first 50 units that on the pre-launch, and then thereafter we will kind of take the price up basis of the demand that we have seen. So that's on the Celeste side, and with this I would conclude Xanadu as a product offering, and I would also probably like to extend further on the one of the other luxurious, prestigious product that we carry today. And while Xanadu is an unprecedented offering in best part of the Chennai, I take full pride to tell you that WTC Residence is absolute a product that Chennai was craving for a very long time. There was no signature project, very few I would say, and WTC as a project residence, what it has done today is it has actually kind of fulfilled all the 3 prerequisites which an ideal home buyer is looking at. One, you look for an absolute fantastic prime location. Then you look for a finest product that you can probably want to buy and stay. And 3, full of prideful address. And that's something WTC Residence can fulfill. And so WTC residences, where largely it comes from. It is right on the Perugudi, just before Perugudi toll, right on the OMR, about 5.3 acre piece of land. And we've already delivered our commercial piece of tower. There are 2 towers which is standing tall, standing testimony to our brand quality and aesthetic. So it's called World Trade Center. And I just wanted to take this day, probably rationalize the statement. Why World Trade Center residence is more special is for the fact that there can be only one World Trade Center in entire state of Tamil Nadu, because Brigade is one of the only licensed South India's developer who can build World Trade Center, and that's one WTC for entire Tamil Nadu. Therefore, a World Trade Center residence, being part of the World Trade Center complex, will thoroughly enjoy that aspect of the signature. So while World Trade Center commercial is about 2 million square foot, we've already delivered and leased out. And you name top names, whether it's Amazon to McKinsey's, they've all taken the entire piece of shop there, and they're operational right now, which is also kind of propelling huge demand for qualitative living space there. So that's one aspect of the commercial. And right next to the commercial, where is the residential towers? There are 2 identical towers that are coming up. I would like to show you. So there are basically 2 identical towers, which is got about 26 floor building and 298 flush apartment. And in terms of luxury, top of the line amenities within 5.3 acre. So let me just, before I take you through on the master plan, I would like to touch one more time on the location. While location being one of the prime most one, being an IT corridor, naturally it thoroughly enjoys the entire set of office spaces there. So you name top 20 brand in the globe today, whether Infosys, CTS, everything is part of the belt. And largely, one of the aspects I would also like to highlight here is this location is also viewed more from a South Chennai, like Adayar, Tiruvannur, those who couldn't take a larger piece of lifestyle project. They are largely buying, and therefore it is to be seen from a core periphery of the CBD. Because when you say OMR is a 44-kilometer stretch, you after Sholing-Nallur is completely different thing altogether. So this is right in the initial stage of that aspect. So it thoroughly enjoys that city dwellers demand. That's precisely what I wanted to convey. And naturally, I don't want to spend much time having tested the social infrastructure advantage, but you name top IT companies to the hospitality, education, hospital, absolutely up and live. There's no question of future coming. It's all done, and people are thoroughly enjoying the social infra there. So this is an interesting aspect. Now, while I talked about the product, I gave you a little brief there. Here's a master plan, and it is naturally designed by one of the most popular architect in the globe. HOK from New York has done the master planning design. And as you could see, only there is a 30% of the footprint of the building has been occupied. 70% is absolutely open space. And there are 2 identical towers. Both are residential towers, and one in the behind that you see is a premium service apartment that is coming up. And there is also a rear side of the plot that you see is a huge landscape region along with the children's play area and the tennis court there. And there is also a club right in the front of the OMR. After the main road access you enter, you have a club on the right, which you could provide. It's about 22,000 square foot of club. So largely a well designed master plan to the international standard needs. So what is there in the club largely is a 22,000 square foot of club, which has all lifestyle feature, right from the swimming pool with kids pool, media room, gymnasium, pool table, table tennis, everything we have covered there. And even outdoor wise, we do have tennis court, like I was pointing out in the master plan there. So there is also party terrace, and convenience stores is also something is already there in a commercial piece of tower. There's a convenience store. So while I touched on the amenities, here is a render image of our product. There are some key aspects. While we talk about brand, we talk about location, this being a signature project. How do we further add value to this? There are lots of micro enrichment of specs that we have done. I would like to highlight here in this part of the presentation that if you look at any ceiling, normally is about 10 feet, but in WTC residences, we always looked at 11 feet ceiling to give that expanse space. and there's also 8 feet door, and there is a engineered wooden flooring and also engineered wooden marble that we're looking at, so that the specification is absolutely rich to the need, and in terms of overall international design offering has been offered. So largely these are certain upgradation that in the specs that we have done. And the configuration wise, from a perspective of configuration, we largely have gone with a similar product, 3-bedroom sizes, 3 and 4-bedroom options here, 1793 to 1935. And that itself brings a lot of exclusivity to this entire project. Dedicated 3-bedroom plus a penthouse 4-bedroom options that we have. And at this juncture, I wanted to tell you, though I've shown in the master plan 2 identical towers, the first tower that we launched was Astra, and we have sold over 80% there. And there has been a consistently good demand for WTC Residences apartment. And with the overwhelming response, we are also looking at pre-launching one of our prime most other tower, which is the Zenith of Chennai, which is again having lots of sea-facing units. And there has been a huge pre-inquiry that was always generated in the last 1 year when we were selling Astra. And here's the final opportunity for all those who were looking for finest sea-facing flat in part of, yet not going far away from the city. And with all the prideful address to the great specs that I referred to. And it starts from 2.15 crore onwards. And one can probably look at taking advantage in the initial stage, because from a price perspective, Astra has already shown that what Chennai, while a lot of people had this notion when W2C Residences was launched, we started with 8,500 plus, we're at 11,000 today, to over 12,000 close to. And there has been 1 year COVID being prevalent, yet the product has grown and shown appreciation. And what is more important here is, it's not about quoting rate, it's about transaction. People should believe and buy, and that's happening very much. And otherwise one cannot sustain. Inflated rate will not sustain for a long time. So Zenith is, in that sense, is a great opportunity for people to get into the initial price point. And naturally the price would grow for Zenith multifold, and by the time end of the project, one can thoroughly enjoy good capital appreciation at the same time as a product is ideal for a self-user as well. So that's from a perspective of overall aspect. And one of the things that I would want to quickly touch is largely like I was touching in my initial part of the presentation, we are fully digitally enabled sources. So therefore we invite people on a virtual site visit. We cover up completely, right from the product to the location, any sort of information that the buyer needs can be covered under the digital platform. And once the buyer is preliminary through, we move little micro on the unit selection process. We explain them how's the view. We have all the necessary technology help in terms of having 3D view, pushing them, showing them entire master plan. So that part is also completely taken care. So therefore, a physical meeting is not hampering the sales process. It is giving almost to that extent comprehensive selling buying process for a buyer. From an online perspective, so therefore, beside the product understanding, they can always facilitate transaction in the digital platform. And we have a Razorpay link, which is very easy. People can, it's a it's the exclusive gateway where people can do payment through debit card, credit card, or even through net banking. So some of the aspect that we complete start from the online application form to the customer cost sheet to everything that we cover largely there. And what is there in the lockdown time? Something I want to spend 1 minute time here, and then I leave the floor open for the question and answer session. That while Brigade largely do believe in fair pricing, fixed and fair pricing model, these are the tougher times that we all gone through. And we are fortunate that we still got good responses in these tougher times. Yet we fully believe in consumer democracy today. There is a huge trust and faith the customer is putting in these lockdown times without looking at the site. Therefore, there has to be some reciprocation. Even though product is of a highest standard, we deliver high value for the price, but this times we need to reciprocate. Therefore, there are some interesting offer that we carry. People normally Brigade looks at 10% as a booking amount. Now people can look at 5% and kind of initiate their booking, and cancellation is one aspect that we noticed more often from a consumer, because the atmosphere is very uncertain. People need a lot of assurances. So therefore, normal conventional cancellation charges is always unfavorable scenario for a buyer, because they end up losing a lot of money there. So we ensure that that is taken away, that apprehension is taken away. It's zero cancellation charges, except there would be an administrative, very minimal, meager cost that would be applicable. Otherwise, there is no official cancellation charges on the apartment cancellation part of it. And beside, we have voucher for every booking, 25,000 that we offer. These are token of gesture from our end on that sense. So these are lockdown offers that we carry for both the projects, WTC Residences and also for Xanadu as an overall product. So that's from an overall presentation. Now we can probably, I would, before I conclude and let the question answer session to take place, largely I wanted to share this aspect that while we are going very stronger today in terms of sales and numbers, but ultimately what I've noticed is absolute support of customer and the fraternity of associate partner like you are driving the business majorly. And that is where I think we wanted to take full support of your going further on this COVID-2. Hopefully we should be out. So we kind of look forward for that entire support there. And should you have any questions now, we can probably clarify.
Can I go ahead? Agilji, yeah, are you going to run through with us with the lead registration process and the payout to the CPs?
So this session, we largely looked at to touch on product and new offering like Zenith and our Celeste. That was the intention of the whole presentation. While our slab and lead registration model is already prevalent currently, if you want, I'll reiterate that aspect of it. The Brigade as a company standardized our process management. That is, for any lead registration, we are not looking at any more lead registration for any project now. People can register leads. We will put that into our system. But our major thrust is on site visit accompanying model. If you have a consumer where the other person has registered lead, but if you are able to influence and bring him and the customer is writing, that's largely where the pattern of model is we've gone. We have done a huge time spending. It's not a unilateral decision. We work very closely with all the fraternity people, but not everybody would agree to the same point. But most of them have unanimously gone with site visit accompanying model, and therefore we standardize that, and it's very much operational for last 3 months. And let me tell you, it has actually taken out a lot of pain from the system, and people are relatively happy. It is proving to be a very very productive exercise for even from a fraternity perspective and also from a developer perspective. So that's on the lead registration model. And from a payout aspect, we currently traveling, and Dana can touch on the payout, what is our current payouts and things like that. Dhanashekhar can probably share the payout aspect of it.
Now, regarding this site inspection, giving credit to a channel partner after site inspection. Now, keeping the situation in mind, you're also open to virtual meets where you run through the entire project. So if the client comes on the virtual meet through the channel partner, immediately the lead will be given to that channel partner. Am I right?
So that's one aspect that we are looking at lockdown times and digital selling model today, which is again confined to maybe June 15th. If it extends, only it's a confined time frame, right? While large amount of process management is looked at both this current times and also long time, the further aspect of it. So that process will always remain. But if you're asking today, let's say before 15th June, you're not able to bring customer to the site. It is as good as your digital site visit is as good as your physical site visit. That let's say you're calling up Dana and saying there is one Mr. Raghunathan, I'm fixing a virtual call. The gentleman has seen the site 3 months back, Dana has dropped it. And I'm influencing, I'm bringing the virtual call. I wanted to close. Absolutely given. So therefore, instead physical presence, you are doing digitally there. It's all about customers' rapport and his final concurrence on the deal, which matters to the Brigade than anything else.
Thank you. Yes.
Vinay, sorry, Ivan here.
Yes, Ivan.
Yeah, a quick update is what I would like to give. If this is only reason being is that there's a new process in terms of registering for a channel partner. Uh, if we can, on a quick thing, create a WhatsApp group, Vinay, a separate WhatsApp group only for Brigade, wherein then both Dana and Krishna will immediately share what all needs to be done. Okay, there's this what he's put up. There's a jot form. So automatically, what happens is each one of you all, each channel partner needs to register. Once you all register, we are getting also, we're in the process of having our own app, which should be out soon. So my request is if we can create a WhatsApp group for all the members of your team, so that we put this onto that WhatsApp group, each one registers, and then as and when there is any clarifications, any doubts on that forum, we could do apart from, yes, definitely reaching out to people through emails or through calling, that also can be done. So if that's an okay with you and your team, then if it can be started by you.
So what will happen is you'll have to create a separate WhatsApp team with Brigade and that particular channel
Yes.
partner and his company
Yes.
and his team. It
Yeah,
cannot
no,
be an
basically,
open.
no. Basically, what I'm saying, Vinay, if say for example, 60 people are members of your group, okay, we will create a Brigade WhatsApp group where these 60 people are participants on this particular group. There, we will share whatever is common. Like for example, there is this new registration process that we have started. That will be shared on that. Details about the project that would be there. Details in terms of as and when there are any changes in terms of the payouts that we are talking about. We will be launching the app. So details about that app. So it can be a common forum that we all have. So it could be a question that somebody has, but that could be also relevant for the other members as well. So I know you people have your own group separate, and we will not be in a position to get onto that because you all have your own agendas and you will have your own discussions on that. I am saying a separate WhatsApp group wherein two of my people will be there, one from Xanadu and Krishna, who takes care from WTC, will be there on that group. And as and when anything is needed, we can work on that.
Fine. So regular
Yeah,
updates
if that's
from
okay
Brigade
with
group
you,
will be
if you
posted
can
on that. That will be
Yeah.
beneficial for all the channel partners to know what is
Yes,
the
yes.
latest offering and the process. And then the
Absolutely,
channel partner can
absolutely.
get in touch with Brigade if he has a
Yes.
lead directly with Brigade, with Dana
Yes, yes.
or with Krishna,
Yes.
or reach out to you all on
Yes.
one-to-one and go ahead with the lead
Yes.
registration and either by virtual site
Absolutely.
or a physical site.
Absolutely.
Krishna
So
Kiran
this,
here.
if this
I
can
have
be
shared you
initiated
a
by you, that is there, Vinay. If this can be initiated by you to
Yeah.
start that group, because you have already your group members, you will just need to add 4 of us. That is Krishna, Dana from Xanadu, Rakesh, and myself. Just the 4 of us, if you can add to and create a separate group as a Brigade group, if that's okay.
Okay.
So, Krishna Kiran here. I have shared you a
Yeah, Krishna, we will do it on that WhatsApp group itself, Krishna. Can we go into the question answers now?
you bring them for the site visit. I would request you to enter these, and we work on the company code. Still, we have the process all the same. So the initial stages, all the partner get channel partner ID with this. Then once with your channel partner ID, you can start registering the leads.
Okay. Over to others. Questions, please.
Yeah, Vinay, can I go ahead, please?
Please go ahead, Mujib bhai.
Yeah, this is Mujibur Rahman. I just want, suppose I have to impress my investor. Could you give an example of what is the price or at Xanadu when we launched, and what is the current selling price?
Sure. So Xanadu, definitely from investor perspective, is all the more lucrative. Besides, naturally, end users have always bought this product. A couple of key pointers, rather simply claiming this is one of the fastest growing product. Let us also logically present data to them. So phase 1, we launched April 2017 at the rate of 5,500 rupees per square foot. We sold today as a span of 2.5 years, 3 years. We are at 7,000 rupees, no product there. Bonito, last year we launched February, and 5,990 was a per square foot rate. Today we are at 7,140 in Bonito, and which is not even one year plus right now. And still, I would say it's under construction stage where product yet to be delivered. We are already up by 1,000 plus which is about 20% on the capital value. So I have not seen, with my limited 18 years in the space, I haven't seen a project in the pandemic grown in 1 year 20% on capital value. Unless if it's anything there, I'm open. I would like to be enlightened. But with my limited idea, I'm yet to see a product which has given 20% capital value in 1 year. And it's very important. Like most of us always say, like, I can tomorrow raise 10,000 rupees and say product has grown 4,000. That's not important. Very important is customers should buy, and that should be organic transaction, and that is very much evident in Xanadu. Therefore, for a customer, you can definitely say whether it's a capital value is looking at it, then Bonito is already done the trick. And the same thing is going to be for Celeste. Today, somebody is going to buy Celeste in the initial point. Would allow the product to grow about 1.5 years. He can look at least, if not exorbitant increase, a conservative increase of 12% to 14%. And that is happening while Bonito and Xanadu as a project has broken the barrier of 12% and things like that, because we are at 20% right now. And even rental, let me also give you a real-time transaction. I don't know any one of our member had the opportunity to do a transaction, but with authority of truth, I'm presenting this to you that 2-bedroom has going anywhere between 25,000 to 28. 3-bedroom recent transaction in Aspiro about 40,000 for an 1,800 apartment. So I know much prior to the launch with Nakshatra adjacent to that, had the benchmark of anywhere close to 1,000 square foot apartment was about 20,000 rent, and 3-bedroom was about 25,000, 27,000. So we already kind of broken the existing benchmark. Therefore, Xanadu as a product is already commanding the premium there. So to tell an investor that future this project will grow is different from what is the precedence. So once you have a solid precedence like this, I'm sure any investor would like to buy that point and immediately latch onto the opportunity. So these are the 2 points you can make a point that there is a precedence in Xanadu, and this can be vetted in any corners of fraternity. You can come back and tell.
So my other question would be, what could be the carpet area?
So carpet area at large in industry in a large integrated enclave projects, it's 70-30. 30% you lose for the loading, 70% is your carpet area. And I've also checked out one aspect is from a conventional building like a standalone building or maybe about 60 apartment in the complex, the loading area versus an integrated enclave is completely different thing. And even well within that, if somebody has to peg Xanadu versus a similar project, our design is definitely efficient, and one can see a 6-foot corridor in phase 1, and many people have told while initially at the point of purchase they had apprehension saying, oh Rakesh, I'm getting lesser carpet area, but eventually it's a question of inclusive living there, not about what they get inside, but overall as a building, is it giving them the fulfillment? So that is one aspect that it has to be seen from an inclusive one. While you wanted the percentage, I gave you 70% carpet, 30% is your common area and the wall thickness, which is very much well within the industry standards.
The third question of mine would be, so totally how many units are there in complete Xanadu?
So Xanadu is 1840 homes. In that phase 1, Aspiro, 264 homes sold already, right? Now Bonito, about 680 flats. In that 680, we've done about close to 470 to 490 now.
Good, thank you, thank you, sir. Thank you.
So what I've done is I've shared Rakesh's and Ivan's cards on all the groups. Okay. I've already done that. Any more questions from anyone?
Yeah, one question to Mr. Rakesh. Can you hear me?
Yeah, very much.
Entry and exit both are on OMR road for the OMR project, right?
Yeah, that's correct. Entry and exit both. And Ivan can answer further if you want on that.
Yeah, there is also a service entrance and an exit on the Church Road, which is at the back. So the main entrance and the main exit is on OMR, and there's a service entrance and exit on the Church Road, because our project is right from OMR to Church Road. So someone from MGR Salai, if you're familiar with that location, somebody from MGR Salai can also come from the rear entrance. That's
My
also
office is
possible.
just walkable to this place. So can you just explain, like Church Road now it is completely a wall. So you're going to open up.
Yes, yes, definitely. There's going to be a service entrance at the back.
Okay, great.
So, you know, if you're in RMZ or any of in that on that particular road, you could come in from there. There's a possibility for you to enter. If you don't want to come onto OMR and take a U-turn and then get into the service lane, you could also access from the other side as well.
So that side, it is a park, is it? What you're going to come up with?
So if Rakesh, can you just, Rakesh?
Yeah, Ivan.
If you can just share that master plan, Rakesh.
Yeah.
If you don't mind.
Yeah.
I'll quickly show it once the master plan is there.
Yeah, I'll just do it.
Okay, so if you look at, you can see the Church Road, which is there at the back.
Yeah.
And then you see those red dotted lines and the tennis court. Between that, there's a service road. So there's a service entrance and an exit there.
Okay. Okay. And this particular park, what I see, is that open for public or it is only limited to?
Okay, that's an OSR. And I'm sure you're aware that even people like ITC, Grand Chola, Leela, everybody has to have that OSR space. So, but the entrance of that is, can you see that there's a small little car out there inside?
Correct.
In that passage, you have to still come a little in where the 3 is written.
Okay.
The tennis court.
Okay.
Just by the tennis court. So there's an entrance there. So it's not in any other location. So somebody needs to actually walk in through this particular passage to get into this OSR space.
Okay.
So automatically this, you know how it will be. I mean, everybody is doing the same thing, that they make the entrance from inside. So it's supposed to be for the public, but as it is private and it's going to be maintained by us, so obviously they need to enter in. So you will not have that many people moving in and out, but you can't stop them. That also that's something that we need to clarify.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Okay. Fine. Got it. Thank you.
Yep.
Mr. Rakesh, my question now would be to Mr. Dana. Mr. Dana, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here, sir. Please.
Yeah, Mr. Dhanashekhar, continue what Ms. Indra said now. Similar road access is for Xanadu also. Am I right?
So Xanadu has a multiple access. If you compare with that, when you talk about on that Xanadu, it's 3 accesses there for Xanadu. One is from the Ambattur Wavin Junction, and another one is from the Pundamali High Road, and the other one is from the Coimbatore market, sir.
What are the current operational ones?
No, all the 3 roads are accessible, sir. So all the 3 way right now you can access to the project.
The last time when we visited, behind the door, I think gate was locked. They said there's some bridge coming up over there.
Sir, actually, we're talking about on the when we coming from the very shortest access from the Pundamali High Road to Xanadu, there is a in between there is a Coombe River, right? So in between there is a proposal is there. Okay, as of now, the government haven't taken any action on that. That might be take little longer time, sir.
That was what I exactly was referring to. Thank you, Dana. So it will take some more time.
So I'll just touch that point. This property, when we picked up 33 acre, largely we envisioned on the primary road of Chanakya Road being there, plus Union Road, which is cutting across Coombe River, and there is also set of graveyard. See, Chennai, this piece of land was there for a very long time. And we all know there was a graveyard, there was a Coombe River, but it's just a real estate is all about opportunity there. And while lots of Chennai developer have done great projects in Chennai, some people will choose to go do a good location and deliver quality product there. Somebody will go take up a relatively less preferred location and do a finest project there and transform the location. There are a few projects in OMR side has been done. So on that context, in core part of the city with 33 acre, it had its own setback of graveyard and Coombe being nearby. But I would like to tell you, as a responsible developer, the intention was to look at from both Chanakya Road as a primary road and the Union Road bridge will be an eventuality, like how Georgetown, I'm sure if you're anyone from Mogampere part of the region lived 10 years back, the Georgetown bridge road was just a cycle can travel. So now it's a 60 feet wide road bridge. So we foresee that definitely there would be a bridge coming up which will connect the Union Road connectivity. But at this juncture, to all the consumer, those who are end buyer, we are definitely telling them that the road, if you travel, is a strategic connectivity. If somebody has to access Punamalli in 500 meters, they can exit the gate and reach. But they will pass through Kuvam, they will pass through Graveyard. But it's a strategic connectivity, but which can transform into a good aesthetic aspect over a period of time. See, if that is available today at this point, definitely Xanadu would be commanding anywhere close to 9,000, 9,500 rupees. That will happen eventually. So that's where this location aspect has been thought to. Sir.
So that you mean to say, therefore, we can look at a very high price in the near future?
Yeah, exactly, sir. It's a good inference you took. That would actually bring a lot of spike beside the product giving appreciation, which is right now happening. Bonito is appreciated is for the fact that Asprio was delivered. People saw some quality difference and they're buying today at the high price. This is the product strength, but the location strength hasn't been leveraged yet. That will happen once the bridge happens. Trust me, there would be a lot of people who had apprehension about this location will also go for it. And there would be a dual demand.
Thank you, Mr. Rakesh. I think with this point, I think we can definitely highlight to our investor.
Sure,
If
sir.
not today, tomorrow definitely is going to happen.
And sir, I would want to request to every one of you that any point in time, any objection on Xanadu, because I noticed a lot of objection being on front line on the ground for last 3 years. I've met so many consumers. I definitely know that a lot of consumers have apprehension from a perspective of one is location. People, in fact, some people even don't even come for inquiry stage. When they see Google, they make up their mind, they go, right? There is no discussion that takes place to change or bring the shift in thinking. But if anybody expresses concern, while I'm sure you can definitely convince a little more, I would only humbly urge, my number has been furnished. Any point in time, if you see a legitimate buyer, whether it's an investor, end user, but has apprehension on any subject, location, price being high, because this is also one common thing that I've kind of come across from a consumer, because they benchmark with Casa Grande or previously with a small time developer. But today, again, it's proven there. Precedent speaks a lot. And in fact, because I am there right from the inception, I noticed that when Xanadu Phase 1 was launched, sir, with the due respect, the great knowledge partner like JLL, a few others, said the Nolambur was never beyond 4,500. You guys are overpriced. It will never go. Today, we are at 7.5. And trust me, sir, 3-bedroom, still people, if I give, they will buy. I don't have 3-bedroom in Bonito today. So not with a blowing trumpet, but with a humble submission. I see there are legitimate objection, but it has to be interpreted in a way, then probably there is a shift in thinking that takes place. So please take a liberty of reaching out to me in a mobile number. If there is any customer, you can do a con call with me so that I can probably clarify that point directly to them, and that gives them more confidence and a better chance of conversion there. That's all my request to everyone.
Yeah, my last question, Mr. Rakesh, would be, how many people currently are living over in Xanadu?
264 flats right now. 130 families are living, and
Fine.
there are 70 families is underway in terms of registration process. Interiors is going on. So about 200 you will notice in the next 6 months, and naturally 50 will be a spillover. No, they will keep come and go, right?
And your clubhouse is fully operational?
Right now, fully operational. It took a lot of time. While the building was ready, there was always a teething issue. And those points were addressed. I think in the last 1.5 months, now it has come to full shape. People are happy. Otherwise, though building was ready, interiors were put out, there were some operational challenges. And we took feedback from existing customer. We addressed those points. Now it is fully operational, and they're in the happy situation currently.
Now the last question, what would be the maintenance charges?
Maintenance is about 3 rupees a square foot. We collect that upfront for 1 year, sir. For 1 year, we collect upfront, and after 1 year, association forms, they will decide.
Thank you, Mr. Rakesh. Thank you for the elaborate explanation given. I'm obliged. I'm totally satisfied with what you have said. My only concern, as you rightly said, was the approach through
Right.
Chanakya Road. Now
Right.
that you have an insight into the Union Road also,
Right.
we should be able to move faster.
Thank you, sir. Absolute pleasure. Please do reach out to me for anything.
Sure, Mr. Rakesh.
Rakesh, just you can put our contact number in the screen, Rakesh. Probably now the people already I shared in the chat itself, but someone wanted to know and wanted to see. Probably myself and Krishna number was mentioned in the slide. Last slide.
You wanted to flash the slide, right?
Yeah, correct.
Thank you. Can I, Vinay?
Please, Balaji, go ahead.
No, I'd like to add to what Rakesh, Dana, and others said. For rest of the participants here in this group, first I request them to visit the project and see for yourself and assess the quality of the project. The difference between Brigade and the rest of the builders in and around that neighborhood area. Definitely, as a person in the field, I would love to pay another 1,500 rupees compare with other builder for the quality and the way they maintain it and the passage and the 40 feet roads and the excellent clubhouse, which you will enjoy as if you are in a palace, and you will enjoy all the comforts. Just for that, you will love to pay the 1,500 rupees extra. But I'm sure Rakesh or Dana, they are very helpful to the channel partners, and you can have word with them. And if you take the clients to the place, I'm sure that they will convince the clients, and the client will also be convinced with the quality.
Thank you for that good word, sir. It means a lot. And certainly one more point I just want to add there, which you brought there was, because earlier Brigade, the Mogappair largely was developed by VGN and DABCs there. And the usual benchmark is about 1 acre, 100 and plus apartment. And it's a ground plus 4-story building, decent offering, no inferiority there. But largely what happened, that was a pattern that was set. And people thought, okay, so one more ground plus 4-story building coming up, and you guys are exorbitant, because they could not relate that while it is a ground plus 3 and 4, 6-story building, it's all about international design, little aesthetic, little quality benchmark that we have said, and also the way whole township is shaping up in terms of green space, which was actually the point. 1 acre, 100 apartment, and in phase 1, 6 acre, only 264 apartment. And I mean, that actually brings a lot of uncluttered space. So there has been a definite shift in people's opinion 3 years back. And I personally, as an individual salesperson, experienced that. That's why I'm reiterating this point. When Aspiro was not delivered through brochure, I could not convince much. But Bonito sold in under construction because there was an Aspiro, which is indicating a project, that this is how your courtyard would come up, this is how your building would look like. That actually kind of goes in a long way to convince customer, and therefore a lot of conversion has improved, sir.
Yes, certainly. Because at the time of Bonito launch only become a CP2U, and I was getting a lot of inquiries for the 3 BHKs in Aspiro. Because of non-availability, I had to lose my clients.
True.
Any other questions by any of the other participants?
Yeah. Vinay, just permit me one more question, Vinay.
Please go ahead.
Yeah, Mr. Rakesh, compared with your price comparison, how do you look yourself comparing to Casa next to you, your neighbor?
Sure. So one of the important comparison is Casa Tudor and the Millennia that they launched and they're parallel doing. I would say in fact we were very happy and delighted, not from on a genuine sense. I'm saying with 33-acre development we did, they picked up another 6 acre. And what it means is the neighborhood lifestyle is transforming, because you're not having any shabby building coming up. It is only good for the entire overall township there. So that's on a principal view. Going into the real competition aspect of it, I would say they've done a good job in terms of matching the product to product area. If I have 1,000 plus square foot, they have 1,000. So their product is almost similar offering. And there are 3 areas where we actually differentiate ourselves. One is the scale of the project, 33 acre, and somebody walks into our side, that uncluttered feeling of more green space is evident in their feeling, leave about convincing them. And when you go watch their 6 acre property, and in the scale model, when you notice, you can make out that the density is going to be high because the 440 flats in 6 acre are OSR is about 3 acre. So one is scale, we have beaten largely, and two, naturally as a brand, our ethics, our quality management that I referred to with reference to huge standard, the longevity and durability is always is one distinct factor for Brigade in Bangalore, and Chennai people will eventually realize that is not about attractive brochure or a price deal. It's about eventually the product that you buy and stay there for 10 years with less problem. Problem would be there, but with less problem. I think that's where Xanadu will score. So brand in that sense will prove. And third aspect is price. Other than the product being same price, this is one beautiful misconception people carry. They being little attractive than us. No, if you do the landing cost, because the GST is a major cost difference there. We operate with 5%, they operate with 7%. Let's take an example. If they are at 6,000 and you pay 12% GST versus we are at 6,000 with 5% GST. What 7% means is about 300 rupees to 350 rupees. Now, if I tell you I charge 6,300 and I tell you I charge you 5% GST and they charge you 6,000 and you say, no, Rakesh, you're 300 expensive. No, you're paying 300 in the form of 7% more there. So it is a lot of pricing strategy. So as a wise consumer, one has to decode, take the cost sheet, see the landing cost. That's on a product to price comparison. That is on a normal circumstances. But if you were to look at it, a developer wants to desell. That is like they don't mind cutting down discount by 700 to 1,000 rupees. There probably we are not winning the race because the idea is never to cut down the quality. At the same time, volume is happening for Xanadu from a quality perspective. So there are one or two deals we do lose, but largely we've seen this much that brand and product conscious customer are going with us. Price highly conscious, we are not able to onboard them, and which is relatively for Xanadu as a project, it is good because it's about not creating a beautiful project today, sir. It has to sustain over a period of 10 years and be a signature project. To do that, the quality of consumer is important, not only about consumer. I have 10,000 customers today, it's not important. Quality of consumer is important, which would determine the vibrancy of the township. And Brigade is very cautiously threading on that, sir. And I can tell you, Bonito has got superb, interesting profile that I've seen. And they all appreciated the fact that the project and all these people have seen market space too. So that's on the Casa Grande comparison, sir.
Mr. Rakesh, I had a very practical problem. One of my intending buyers saw both your projects, yours and Casa also. He said, I would like to go for Casa. I said, you don't have that kind of amenities. He said, over a period of time, that could be acceptable to Casa customers also. How do you control that?
Sure, sir. So firstly, there's also, the factual incorrect information was people get carried away with the general aspect. If you do amenity to amenity comparison, you take clubhouse, what are the amenity? You take outdoor, you do match it. Almost we are there in all amenities. If I were to call my security guy standing outside as one amenity, these are certain basic giving. We don't highlight that in the brochure and say 50 amenities. Anything which is needless to say, we don't say. Anything which is an amenity, we would flash. So in that sense, if you were to take brochure to brochure, map it with a thorough confidence, any consumer comes to you and tells you that, okay, amenity-wise, they score a better edge. I can tell you, we can match one-on-one basis and prove that largely amenities is not a scoring game there. Neither the product scoring game. It's all about price. If they wish to cut down by 1,000 and win the consumer deal, it's a different issue. Largely, but for the price, I don't think we have lost anyone, whether it's a question of liking of a product, scale, and the design sense, aesthetic. And one of the aspect is what customer told me, not that I've been saying, is when they saw Aspiro and Tudor, what they told me is, Rakesh, Tudor is still in the concept. While Casa Grande is a popular brand in Chennai, delivered many projects. But if I, as a consumer today, walk into Tudor, I have nothing other than the brochure and the show flat. I walk in here, I can feel the complex, I can feel the project overall, because Aspiro is giving that idea of how the show project. So that is kind of addressing most of their hidden questions also. Some are expressive and they express questions, some are hidden questions, they don't even express, right? So those are taken away, sir. So you can definitely answer any customer in your prospect base when it comes to Casa Grande and Xanadu. If they were to say, no, I am getting a better amenities, absolutely, I would like to take a opportunity to kind of guide them on that, sir.
Thank you,
Rakesh,
Mr.
I will
Rakesh.
add to that point. Sir, like Mr. Dhanashekhar here, just I want to add few points, especially the amenities point of view which you raised. We look at Aspiro and Bonito and all the blocks, we have a double ceiling height, right? Which is we have to communicate to the customer. We will be explain to the customer how it's going to be the lobby double ceiling height, and you'll have a granite flooring, all these things. While customer comes in, we will educate to them, but you will not see it in the brochure. And similarly, water heater. Okay, the solar water heater we are giving to the customer. Okay, so which is this thing also we will communicate to the customer. And second thing is, third thing is like we will talk about on the other amenities like outdoor activities. So many things. No, we are not mentioned in the brochure, sir.
That's an excellent input, sir. That's an excellent input.
Dhanashekhar sir, Purushottam King here. Morning.
Yes, sir.
Do you help in resale of an apartment where an investor has invested into your project?
Sir, our portfolios, we are into the primary sales, and then we are a developer basically. And selling and rental point of view, the company also is not much interest or not focusing majority, sir. Actually, we are not in the position to support in that aspect, sir.
Acha. Anyway, thank you, Dhanashekhar sir, also for the support extended at the time when we had our visits over there at Xanadu with our clients. Thank you so much for your support extended also. And thanks, Brigades, for everything. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
It is we who have to thank every one of you, because even though pandemic risk, you're working and you're pushing prospects. So we are duty bound to be there to do the job, and and probably ensure that we reach out to your expectation. That in fact, I've been saying, Dana, and as a team, we always believe it's not about one is us attending to the work, but eventually if the conversion happens, that is where the whole interest comes much further. Because at the end of the day, revenue and people, everybody wants to work. Eventually, if the conversion happens, it will be better for. So we would go to an extent besides servicing. We wanted to show some conversion for walk-ins. So therefore, you please put little more thrust on the project, generate lead. We will work as a team. Dana is anyway there. We have direct frontliners there, and I am there on the floor. When the lockdown is open, we are very much there. And digital selling, I'm doing still. So we will ensure that, and if you have any specific customer like, no, Rakesh, this guy is little high profile, he does not want to wait and things like that, please WhatsApp me. I can probably ensure that I allocate a dedicated time and take care of that aspect. So there's a lot of attention there. So these things I'm willing to look at it, sir.
Thank you, Rakesh sir. Thank you. Thanks a lot. We'll get connected.
Any other questions from any other participants, please?
Vinay, Ivan here.
So,
Vinay, can you hear me? Ivan here.
Yes, Ivan, please go
Yeah,
ahead.
Vinay, one more request. If the team, once the lockdown lifts up, maybe in batches of say 5, 6, 7 or whatever it is, if they can visit each site, one specific date, if they can pull out and visit the site,
So what we have,
could
Ivan,
do
on the
is we
cards.
could do a complete show round, a complete download of whatever videos. There is also a kit that we would be able to, in terms of what is the process, how do we do it, what are the, like, suppose they need videos, they need EDMs, they need any kind of marketing support that is there, we would be able to do. So if they could come down to the site sometime. So maybe once the lockdown lifts up, I will coordinate with you, and maybe on that same WhatsApp group, we can say that, okay, we will dedicate this particular day. I'm sure there are certain days that you guys will be busy. There'll be certain days that will be relatively free.
2 days of our CP meetings with builders. We have formed a small group. Members who are present over here. They will be coordinating with site inspections, where who all have been attending these CP meetings will come as a group and understand the project better.
Fantastic. So that will really help us. It will be mutual, basically.
Yes. So So coming to the end of this meeting, first I'd like to thank all the participants for removing their precious time, sitting, attending, understanding in depth, and getting some useful insights from Brigade as to how to address certain customer concerns. So I thank all the participants, and I thank Brigade for giving us such a lovely presentation on their projects and giving us the confidence as to what makes them stand apart from the rest of the builders and what are their USPs. I sincerely thank Rakesh and Ivan for attending, and Dana and Krishna from Brigade to help us out through the entire process. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Vinay, and thanks everybody for giving us this opportunity. It was really, really, really very useful for us as well. So looking forward for your support and looking forward to seeing you people at our side soon.
Sure. Will do.
Thank you everyone.
Thank you, Rakesh. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Dana.
Thank